the deep sea, a realm of mystery and wonder. It's the Earth's last true frontier, a place where sunlight barely reaches and strange creatures lurk in the darkness. For centuries, humanity has been captivated by the ocean's depths, its vastness mirroring the unknown within our own souls. Sailors would spin yarns of colossal beasts and shimmering sirens, tales passed down through generations, blurring the line between myth and reality. These stories, though often dismissed as mere folklore, speak to a deeper truth about our relationship with the natural world. They are a testament to the power of the unknown, the way it can both terrify and enthrall us. What lies beneath the waves, hidden in the abyssal plains and deep-sea trenches? We are drawn to the ocean's mysteries like moths to a flame. It's a primal instinct, a desire to explore the unknown, to confront the creatures that both haunt our nightmares and fuel our wildest dreams. The deep sea, with its promise of adventure and danger, holds us captive in its watery embrace. In the face of such immense power, it's no wonder that our ancestors filled the void of knowledge with myth and legend. It was a way of making sense of the unpredictable, of explaining the strange occurrences at sea that defied rational explanation. But what if, just maybe, some of these myths are more than mere stories? What if the creatures of legend are, in fact, lurking in the depths, waiting to be discovered? From the icy waters of the North Atlantic to the warm currents of the South Pacific, every culture with a connection to the sea has its own tales of mythical creatures. These beings take on many forms, each more fantastical and terrifying than the last. There's the Kraken, a colossal cephalopod said to drag ships to their doom, its tentacles reaching up from the watery depths like the arms of some vengeful god. Then there's the Leviathan, a monstrous sea serpent mentioned in biblical texts, its size and strength defying all known laws of nature. And who could forget the sirens, those alluring creatures with the voices of angels, luring sailors to their watery graves with promises of love and treasure? These myths, passed down through generations, spoke of the ocean's untamed power, a force to be both respected and feared. But the creatures of myth weren't always harbingers of doom. Some, like mermaids, were said to possess a certain ethereal beauty, their fish-like tails shimmering in the moonlight. These stories, often told to children, painted the ocean as a place of wonder and enchantment, a realm where the impossible was always within reach. Whether malevolent or benevolent, these mythical creatures served a purpose. They reminded us that we are not alone in this world, that there are forces beyond our comprehension lurking just beyond our shores. They were a testament to the ocean's power, a force to be both respected and feared. Today, we live in an age of scientific enlightenment, where reason and logic prevail. We have explored the far reaches of space and mapped the human genome. Yet the deep sea remains largely unexplored, its secrets hidden beneath miles of water, pressure, and darkness. Could it be that some of the creatures we've relegated to the realm of myth and legend are, in fact, real? The coelacanth, a fish thought to have gone extinct millions of years ago, was rediscovered in 1938, proving that the ocean still holds many surprises. New species of deep-sea creatures are being discovered all the time, many of them stranger and more wonderful than anything we could have imagined. Is it so hard to believe, then, that creatures like the Kraken or the Leviathan might also exist, hidden in the unexplored depths? The giant squid, for example, was once considered a mythical creature, much like the Kraken. But in the late 19th century, scientists discovered the existence of these enormous cephalopods, some reaching lengths of over 40 feet. These real-life sea monsters, with their enormous eyes and powerful tentacles, capture the imagination, and remind us that the line between myth and reality is often blurred. As we delve deeper into the ocean's depths, armed with new technologies and a thirst for discovery, we are constantly reminded of how little we truly know. The deep sea, with its extreme conditions and unique inhabitants, could hold the key to unlocking some of the greatest mysteries of our planet. Who knows what other creatures, thought to be the stuff of legend, might be waiting to be discovered? The Kraken, a name that sends shivers down the spines of even the most seasoned sailors. This legendary sea monster, often depicted as a colossal squid or octopus, has haunted maritime folklore for centuries. Tales of the Kraken describe a creature of immense size and strength, capable of dragging down entire ships with its long, powerful tentacles. Imagine, if you will, a dark and stormy night at sea. The wind howls through the rigging, and waves crash against the hull of a lone ship, desperately battling the tempest. Suddenly, from the depths, a monstrous form arises. The Kraken, its eyes glowing in the darkness, reaches out with tentacles as thick as masts, ensnaring the ship in its deadly embrace. The crew, paralyzed with fear, can only watch in horror as their vessel is dragged down to a watery grave. Stories of the Kraken likely originated in Scandinavian folklore, where it was said to inhabit the deep waters off the coasts of Norway and Greenland. While tales of the Kraken may seem like the stuff of pure fantasy, there may be a kernel of truth to the legend. Giant squid, some measuring over 40 feet in length, have been documented in the ocean's depths. These creatures, with their massive bodies and powerful tentacles, could easily have inspired the Kraken myth. It's not hard to imagine how sightings of these enormous squid, often encountered in the midst of stormy seas, could be exaggerated and embellished over time, leading to the legend of a ship-sinking monster. The Kraken, a symbol of the ocean's unpredictable and often dangerous nature, continues to capture our imaginations, reminding us of the vast, unexplored wilderness that lies beneath the waves. From the depths of ancient texts emerges another mythical sea creature of terrifying proportions, the Leviathan. This monstrous sea serpent, steeped in biblical lore, embodies the untamed power of the ocean. Described as a fearsome beast with impenetrable scales and a breath that could boil the sea, the Leviathan was believed to be the ultimate predator, capable of swallowing ships and whales whole. Imagine the Leviathan, a creature of immense size, its serpentine body longer than any ship, churning the ocean into a frenzy as it rises from the depths. Its scales, said to be harder than any metal, gleam in the sunlight, while its eyes, burning with an infernal fire, strike terror into the hearts of all who behold them. The Leviathan's breath, a torrent of fire and brimstone, could scorch the very air, leaving behind a trail of boiling water and smoldering wreckage. This fearsome creature, often associated with chaos and destruction, held a prominent place in the mythology of ancient civilizations. In the Bible, the Leviathan is described as a creature of immense power, a symbol of the forces of chaos that God subdued during creation. The Leviathan's immense size and strength served as a reminder of the awesome and sometimes terrifying power of the natural world. Even today, the Leviathan continues to inspire awe and fear. Its image appears in art and literature, symbolizing the untamed forces that lurk both within our world and within ourselves. The Leviathan, a creature of myth and legend, reminds us that there are still mysteries in the world that defy explanation, forces that inspire both wonder and terror in equal measure. Unlike the Kraken and Leviathan, often portrayed as monstrous and destructive, mermaids embody the ocean's allure and enchantment. These mythical creatures, with the upper body of a human and the tail of a fish, have captivated the human imagination for centuries. Stories of mermaids appear in cultures across the globe, from the icy waters of the North Sea to the warm lagoons of the South Pacific. Imagine a secluded cove bathed in moonlight, where gentle waves lap against the shore. From the depths emerges a mermaid, her long flowing hair adorned with pearls and seaweed. Her skin shimmers with an ethereal glow, and her voice, as sweet as a siren's song, carries on the ocean breeze. She beckons to sailors passing by, promising them love, treasure, and a glimpse into a world beyond their wildest dreams. Mermaids, often depicted as both beautiful and dangerous, embody the duality of the sea. They represent the ocean's allure and its perils, its ability to both captivate and destroy. In some legends, mermaids are benevolent creatures, rescuing sailors from shipwrecks and guiding them to safety. In others, they are temptresses, luring men to their deaths with their enchanting songs and irresistible beauty. The enduring allure of mermaids likely stems from our fascination with the unknown and our desire to connect with the natural world. The ocean, with its vastness and mystery, has always held a special place in the human psyche. Mermaids, as creatures who bridge the gap between the human and the marine, allow us to imagine a world where we too can experience the freedom and wonder of life beneath the waves. The Kraken, that monstrous denizen of the deep, didn't just exist in whispered tales among sailors. It found its way into written accounts, solidifying its place in maritime history and striking fear into the hearts of even the most seasoned seafarers. As early as the 12th century, Norse sagas described a colossal sea creature with long arms, capable of pulling ships and whales to their doom. These early accounts painted a vivid picture of the Kraken's terrifying power, likening its size to that of an island and its arms to the masts of great ships. One could almost smell the salt spray and feel the icy North Atlantic wind while reading these chilling tales. Moving into the 18th century, even the great Carl Linnaeus, father of taxonomy, included the Kraken in his scientific classification of animals, lending a degree of credibility to the mythical beast. He described it as a cephalopod of extraordinary size, further blurring the lines between myth and reality. Perhaps the most compelling historical accounts come from ship logs, where captains and crew meticulously documented their encounters with the Kraken. These first-hand accounts, often filled with terror and awe, described the creature's immense size, its glowing eyes, and the thunderous sound of its tentacles crashing against the hull of a ship. While many of these sightings can be attributed to exaggerations or misidentifications of large sea creatures like giant squid or whales, the sheer volume and consistency of these accounts across different cultures and time periods suggest that there may be more to the Kraken legend than meets the eye. Section 2. The Leviathan's Legacy, Ancient Encounters with a Sea Monster. The Leviathan, that monstrous sea serpent of biblical proportions, wasn't confined to the pages of religious texts. It, too, surfaced in historical accounts and cultural narratives, leaving an indelible mark on our collective imagination. Ancient civilizations, from the Greeks to the Egyptians, had their own versions of the Leviathan, each more terrifying than the last. The Greeks spoke of Cetus, a monstrous sea creature sent by Poseidon to wreak havoc on the kingdom of Ethiopia. This fearsome beast, with its gaping jaws and razor-sharp teeth, terrorized coastal communities until it was slain by the hero Perseus. The Egyptians, meanwhile, feared Apep, a serpent-like deity who embodied chaos and destruction. This monstrous creature, said to dwell in the underworld, was believed to swallow the sun each night, plunging the world into darkness. These ancient myths and legends, passed down through generations, painted a vivid picture of the Leviathan as a force of nature, a symbol of the chaos and destruction that lurked beneath the waves. Even in the age of exploration, when sailors ventured beyond the known world, the Leviathan continued to haunt their nightmares. Tales of giant sea serpents, capable of crushing ships with their coils or dragging them to their doom, were common among sailors returning from distant lands. While many of these accounts can be attributed to exaggerations or misidentifications of large sea creatures like oarfish or giant squid, the sheer persistence of the Leviathan myth throughout history suggests a deeper connection to our primal fears of the unknown depths. Section 3. Sirens of the Sea. Lures of beauty and tales of warning. The allure of the sirens, those mythical creatures with the voices of angels and the tails of fish, has echoed through history, captivating artists, poets, and storytellers for millennia. Their presence can be found etched into ancient pottery, immortalized in epic poems, and whispered in cautionary tales shared by firelight. One of the earliest depictions of sirens comes from ancient Greece, where they were often portrayed as beautiful maidens with bird-like bodies and enchanting voices. These mythical creatures, said to inhabit rocky islands, lured sailors to their deaths with their irresistible songs, promising them knowledge, love, and a glimpse of paradise. Homer's Odyssey, one of the foundational works of Western literature, features a captivating encounter with the sirens. Odysseus, determined to hear their enchanting song without succumbing to its deadly allure, orders his crew to tie him to the mast of his ship, his ears filled with beeswax to block out their irresistible calls. This iconic scene, a testament to the sirens' seductive power, has been reimagined countless times in art and literature, solidifying their place in our collective imagination. As stories of sirens spread across the globe, they took on different forms and meanings. In some cultures, they were seen as benevolent creatures, protectors of sailors and guardians of the sea's secrets. In others, they remained harbingers of doom, their beauty a deceptive mask for the danger that lurked beneath the waves. Whether portrayed as temptresses or protectors, the enduring allure of sirens lies in their ability to blur the lines between beauty and danger, enchantment and destruction, reminding us of the seductive and often perilous power of the unknown. Section 4. Merfolk across cultures, from Greece to the Pacific Islands. In West African folklore, Mami Wata, a powerful water spirit, is both revered and feared. Traveling to the Scottish Highlands, we encounter the Blue Men of Minch, mischievous water spirits who challenge sailors to rhyming contests. Imagine diving deep into the ocean, leaving behind the sun-drenched surface world for the twilight realm below. Here, at depths ranging from 650 to 3,300 feet, the sunlight dwindles to a dim, ethereal glow. Many of the creatures that inhabit the twilight zone have evolved incredible adaptations to survive in this low-light environment. Venturing deeper into the ocean's depths, we plunge into the abyssal zone, a realm of perpetual darkness and crushing pressure. The abyssal zone is not a barren wasteland, but a unique ecosystem teeming with creatures that have adapted to thrive in this unforgiving environment. With no sunlight to support photosynthesis, the abyssal food web relies on marine snow, a constant rain of organic matter from the surface. Exploring the deep ocean is no easy feat. Imagine descending into the abyss in a specially designed submersible, the only barrier between you and the crushing weight of the ocean outside being a few inches of reinforced titanium. New technologies, such as remotely operated vehicles, ROVs, and autonomous underwater vehicles, AUVs, are allowing us to explore the deep ocean in greater detail than ever before. Life in the extremes. Strange and wonderful creatures of the deep. Imagine encountering a blobfish, its gelatinous body seemingly melting into the surrounding water. The deep ocean is also home to creatures of extraordinary beauty, like the comb jellies, their translucent bodies pulsating with iridescent light. Echoes of myth. Finding truth in the darkness. The kraken, with its immense size and powerful tentacles, finds a real-world counterpart in the giant squid, a creature once thought to be the stuff of legend. The kraken unveiled giant squid and the birth of a legend. For centuries, the kraken struck fear into the hearts of sailors across the globe. But what if the kraken was simply our ancestors' way of explaining encounters with a very real, though elusive, denizen of the deep, the giant squid? Section 2. Leviathan's Reality. Oarfish and the Serpents of the Deep. The Leviathan, that monstrous sea serpent of biblical proportions, has haunted humanity's collective imagination for millennia. While the Leviathan may belong to the realm of myth, the ocean depths do harbor creatures that could easily inspire such awe-inspiring tales. The oarfish. Section 3. The Siren's Song. Bioluminescence and the Allure of the Deep. The sirens of Greek mythology, those enchanting creatures with the voices of angels, have captivated our imaginations for centuries. While the sirens themselves may be the stuff of myth, the ocean depths are teeming with creatures that possess their own captivating allure. Bioluminescent organisms. Mermaids, those mythical creatures with the upper body of a human and the tail of a fish, have captured our imaginations for centuries. Their ethereal beauty, combined with their aquatic grace, has inspired countless stories, poems, and works of art. But what if the mermaid myth, rather than a fantastical invention, was rooted in real-life encounters with a creature much less glamorous, yet equally fascinating, the manatee? Imagine yourself a sailor, weary from months at sea, your ship sailing through the warm waters of the Caribbean. In the distance, you spot a creature surfacing for air, its long, tapering body ending in a broad, paddle-like tail. Its skin is smooth and gray, and as it turns its head, you catch a glimpse of its round, whiskered face and large, expressive eyes. Could this be the legendary mermaid, its beauty hidden beneath the waves? While manatees, with their slow, graceful movements and somewhat human-like faces, may not possess the seductive allure of their mythical counterparts, it's easy to see how, through the lens of exhaustion, wishful thinking, and perhaps a bit of rum, sailors could mistake these gentle giants for mermaids. The manatee's habit of nursing their young at the water's surface, holding them in their flippers much like a human mother, could also have contributed to the mermaid myth, fueling tales of creatures that were half human, half fish. The mermaid myth, while likely rooted in misidentification, speaks to our enduring fascination with the unknown and our desire to find connections between ourselves and the natural world. It reminds us that the ocean, with its vastness and mystery, has the power to shape our perceptions, blurring the lines between what we believe and what we see. We have journeyed through the depths of myth and legend, exploring tales of colossal creatures, enchanting sirens, and elusive mermaids that have captivated our imaginations for centuries. These myths, while often rooted in exaggeration, reveal our ancestors' awe and fear of the ocean's vast and unknown depths. The true wonder of the deep sea lies in its incredible diversity of life. Imagine a future where deep-sea exploration is as common as space travel, discovering creatures that challenge our understanding of life. The deep ocean, covering more than 70% of our planet, remains largely unexplored, teeming with secrets. It's a realm of extreme conditions where life thrives in the most unexpected forms. Every expedition reveals new species and wonders, pushing the boundaries of our understanding. As we explore, we must do so with respect and a commitment to conservation. The deep ocean, a realm of myth and wonder, awaits our continued exploration. In the depths, we may find answers to life's greatest mysteries and the inspiration to protect our planet. We've dived deep into the shadowy depths of the ocean, exploring the legends of fearsome krakens, colossal leviathans, and seductive sirens. These mythical creatures, born from the imaginations of seafaring cultures, continue to grip our collective consciousness. The kraken, a monstrous cephalopod, reflects our fear of the unknown and the untamed forces of nature. The leviathan embodies the sheer scale and power of the deep, a reminder of our own smallness. And the sirens, with voices that could enchant and destroy, speak to the seductive power of the unknown. Science has revealed real-life counterparts to these mythical beasts, but the allure of these stories persists. They tap into a primal fear and fascination with the unknown, woven into our collective consciousness. These myths remind us of the power and mystery that still surround us, even today. As we explore the ocean's depths, unveiling new species and ecosystems, we must remember we are caretakers, entrusted with protecting this vast web of life. Pollution, climate change, and deep-sea mining threaten this unique ecosystem. Our pursuit of knowledge must go hand in hand with respect for the ocean, advocate for sustainable practices, and reduce our impact. The deep ocean, though alien, is linked to our world. Its creatures play a vital role in our planet's health. As we venture further, let us do so with humility and responsibility. Protecting the ocean's depths safeguards our future. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our YouTube channel, Creature Journeys.